Good morning, Philippines. Here's the plan. More concrete. More concrete hollow blocks going into the perimeter walls. More concrete hollow blocks going into the exterior walls of the house. More concrete being poured into tie beams on those exterior walls. What could possibly go wrong? The crew size here on day 14 is 22. It was due to be 24, two couldn't make it today, but they have been gradually, very gradually edging up the numbers on site. My guess today is that they will complete pouring the concrete for the tie beams on the exterior walls of the house. Shouldn't make predictions, shouldn't guess, but we'll go for that. They haven't got a long way to go. It's really going around one more corner to get that finished. Beyond that, then there will be the extension of the perimeter walls. We'll see how far they can get with those today. And of course, it's hot. It's approaching the end of lunchtime. The guys are over by the bunkhouse. They've just had their lunch, which I believe today on the menu was pork adobo, babi adobo, I think, and salted eggs. Ebun bori. They were trying to teach me that. I'm sure I've mispronounced it horribly. But they're about to come back, and there is about to be a huge moment in the build of the unnamed house. The belt, which is again the tie beams on the exterior walls. We only have this little bit to go, and then our belt will be complete. Which for me, wow, it's a big moment. Now I realise, for you guys, at the beginning of 2020, you may not have had the idea of Mike's belt being finished in your top 5 things to see on a video in the year. Well, you should have done, but you didn't. But this is going to be a big moment, and I will try to be here and capture it shortly. Oh, and the excitement builds. We're on the last leg. I'm not sure how many more, whether we can get everything out of the one mix going in the concrete mixer now, or if they're going to need another 1 or 2. But we're getting close. And under the Los Angeles hat, we've got, I think it's Juanito hiding under there, doing a good job of trying again to ensure that there are no voids by basically poking the concrete. There's another way of doing it as well, which a lot of people recommend, which is hitting the sides of the forms with a hammer. Haven't seen them using that technique here, but the results of the themes they've done so far would tend to speak for themselves. There have been very few voids, and they have not been too substantial. And by the way, yes, I did crucify both of the Kapampangan terms for the food. One of them I got the wrong way round, and the other one I think I just completely mushed up how you say salted egg. So I will get corrected later on, and I might have another go. We'll see. Back in a minute. This is one of those moments where everybody remembers where they were. The burning question: is there enough concrete from that mixture to finish
the bird?
Is it going to be enough, Manny? That's the question. Everybody wants to know. Do we have to mix more? That's the question. Where were you when that question was asked? Oh. I think we might just about make it. I hope that's not famous last words. Oh, they're losing it out the end. We'll be back momentarily.
Good.
Is it enough?
Yes.
You don't need to come up a little bit more? That's okay?
Okay.
Yay! The belt
Yes.
is complete.
Yes, finish that.
Oh wait, no. I jumped the gun. There's more. Now it's complete. Oh folks, can you top that on any current TV programs? It's just past 4:30. The bell is gone. There will be some guys once again sticking around to do a little bit of overtime. But the wrap up will start here, where we were unfortunately back to two guys, Coelito and Joel, or Joel. I hope I'm getting one of those two right. The third gentleman unfortunately was not feeling good earlier on today and had to go, so two fellas again on this wall, which I actually think is probably one of the hardest places to be working right now. But they are making progress. They're doing well under pretty trying circumstances, so credit to them. And on the north side, they've continued to extend the wall further. Not much more I can say about it really that you haven't heard already, but they keep on going. They are now just not quite to the front corner of the house, and they've dug out further and got columns in to go further down. So again on this side, nice, good progress. And here on the house site, after the high drama we experienced earlier on today of completing the belt, I'm sure it took a bit out of all of you. I had to go and have a lie down, but they are carrying on. We have 12 guys are going to be doing overtime, which is the biggest overtime crew we've had so far. And just in case I've not made it abundantly clear in the past, that is the builder's decision. That's his dollar, not mine. We're on a fixed price with him, so any overtime comes out of his pocket. But they are continuing, they have been continuing with walls around the outside of the property, sorry, the outside of the house. And they are continuing now to pour the concrete into the tie beams on the internal walls. There will remain on these external walls where we've gone up 3 concrete hollow blocks in height, there will remain a gap for a while longer because they will leave access for the mechanical equipment that will come along and help with bringing the floor up to grade. All of the backfill that requires doing, because that would be a fairly monstrous task if it was done entirely manually. So somewhere, I'm not sure if it's this corner or that corner, they will leave an access point for those pieces of mechanical equipment. So these guys will carry on till, I guess, 6 p.m. The weather has again been, it's every day, it's hot, but it does get a little bit cooler at around this time. So it's not quite as demanding from a heat perspective, but you know, they've been going since 7 and they're going to keep going till 6. It's a long day and I don't see them slacking off. We're lucky. Maybe we're not lucky. Maybe this is the experience everybody has with builds in the Philippines. But they just keep pushing on. So that's it, end of day 14. Back tomorrow. One more thought. I've got to stop doing this, but one more thought. Because we have maybe now less than 2 weeks to go until they pour the concrete slab, it did occur to us today that we have to be pretty certain about the location of certain things inside the house, because conduit will go down for various things, conduit and piping. So for example, if we want to have, which we do, an Ethernet access point in the kitchen island, then we need to roughly decide where the kitchen island is going to be. We need to roughly figure out where the refrigerator, or possibly two refrigerators, one in the kitchen and one in the dirty kitchen, what will their location be, because we may want to pipe water to those refrigerators for ice making. It's not overly common here in the Philippines at the moment, and you've got to be pretty careful with your water quality if you're going to do that. But it's maybe more for the future, but it's something that we have to think about. For any things like electrical points that are in the walls, that's fine. We don't need to worry about that just yet. We're trying to just deal with the things that have to be coming up through the concrete slab. So over the next, I think we've got a week to really try and dial that in and decide where those items are going to be. So, okay, day 14, really, honestly, truthfully, the end.